multi-million-dollar research pier proposal for the University of New England has hit another roadblock. The university has secured all state and federal permits, but as News Center Maine's Drew Peters shows us, the project is still needing the stamp of approval from local officials.
UNE is asking for a permit extension for its proposed research pier that's set to be built right in this cove. But a recent decision by the Biddeford Planning Board is tabling that discussion.
All those in favor?
Planning board members almost unanimously voting to delay the decision until the Saco River Corridor Commission decides whether or not to extend the permit it granted to UNE.
Until they come up with a decision on this matter, I would like to table this.
A delay that Biddeford resident Kyle Noble feels is a step in the right direction.
We need to look at this pier situation in a correct way.
Noble argues the university has not properly considered alternate sites for the pier he claims would have less impact on the local environment and boaters who tie up nearby.
We're making a generational change to part of our waterfront, and it's our duty to do the best we can, use the resources for their best use.
Natural and man-made resources that UNE President James Herbert says his staff has been working tirelessly to ensure the pier doesn't exhaust.
And we were looking at criteria including the smallest possible pier, the least environmental impact.
In their search, Herbert says they conducted surveys across 9 different sites, all made available to the public.
In fact, we've been scrupulous at following the procedures, following all of the ordinances, the regulatory bodies.
But one rural community member, John Schaefer, claims staff haven't been following is a ruling from the Saco River Corridor Commission back in 2001 that he argues shows a 250-foot no-building buffer zone where UNE intends to build its access road to the pier.
Since that time, there has been no change establishing that area as anything other than a no-build zone.
Despite their objections, though, both residents say they understand the value the pier could bring to their community.
Education and research about the impacts of climate change, the impacts on fisheries.
The Saco River Corridor Commission will be making its decision on whether or not to extend UNE's permit on August 26th. In Biddeford, Drew Peters, News Center, Maine.
And when asked about the alleged no-build buffer zone, UNE President James Herbert argued that some specific projects, including an access road, are allowed.